Okay, I'm going to show you just some tips and hints of what I do switching from you've just finished a batch, your freeze dryer is defrosted, and now you want to turn it over so that you can start another batch. So kind of the process of what I go through of cleaning the freeze dryer, getting it ready for your next batch. So a couple things here. I really like these IPA wipes. They just come in a dispensable container to pull them out, clean anything and everything that you need to be kept clean. Also, a roll of paper towels is nice too, just to clean up any excess water that might be in the freeze dryer. It's really nice to have something that is about the same height as your shelves, because I am going to pull the shelves out. I do it every time. So I just use a bar stool with something on top of it that is about the same height, because it makes it real nice. So we're going to step through the process that I go through, and hopefully this might help you guys as you switch over your freeze dryer from one batch to the next. So the first thing we do is we're going to pull off the rubber seal. And there is occasionally a little bit of water that will rest at the bottom of the freeze dryer and also inside your seal. So I just shake it out. I do have a drain on my floor, so I just shake it out on the floor, and I just take it and set it upside down on top of the freeze dryer. I do have a towel that I use that I will that I can use, or paper towels, to clean up any excess water. And then we'll go ahead and pull the shelving out, and I kind of do, as I'm pulling it out, I'm cleaning up the water, any water left over from the defrost that might sit on top of the shelving. So we'll pull that out, and I set it here on top of my makeshift counter. Just kind of wipe off some of the excess water that might be on it. And then I go to my IPA wipes. I'll usually use about 2 of them for the shelving. And I basically try and wipe down the whole entire shelving. So the top, the individual shelving, and the front, trying to get any food particles that you may have on the shelving. And then come over here and we'll wipe this side as well. It's kind of hard if you have big hands trying to get in there. I'll take the shelving, I'll turn it on its side, and I will go in and I will wipe. If I see any visible food particles, I'll make sure to get those for sure. But I will wipe the heating pads. Another place to really get is this edge between the heating pad on this corner edge. Sometimes there'll be a lot of food buildup in there as well. Over on this side, clean off the heating pads from this side. Clean the edge here. Still quite a bit of water in there. Okay, that's the shelving. Then I will come in and we will wipe the inside of the chamber. So I'm wiping all the way 360 degrees, all the way to the back. I do push my IPA rag down inside the drain tube. I do wipe off the cord as well. And then the edge of this. And then also I do the inside of the window door. You can see there's quite a bit of some of this is water, some of this is IPA. Okay. Now I'm ready to put the shelving back in. There's quite a technique that I use to make sure that the shelving is all the way to the back. So basically what I do is I will set the shelving so it's barely on the edge. Okay, I'm going to grab the cord and I'm going to fold it straight, bring it straight up so that the connection is in this area here, not behind the shelving here. Okay, and then also I want to make sure that the umbilical rests on the outside edge of my shelving so that it will sit just like this. Okay, so my connection is on the left side of the thing, where all the connections are of the shelving, and the cord comes over the top and hangs on the side of it. Now, and as I'm pushing it back, I'm just kind of feeding this umbilical to keep so that it's still coming off the side, but it's also going off the top, and it feeds it. And when I get it, and if you have big hands, I'm sorry, Harvestrite didn't engineer this for big hands. But when I get it all the way in, then I just kind of click it, push it all the way to the back so that I can hear metal hitting metal. The back of the tray, the shelves, is hitting the back of the freeze dryer. Then I know that it's all the way in, and it won't interfere with the door seal. Okay, and then I just kind of eyeball it, make sure that it's level for your next batch. So I get that in. Then I'm going to take my rubber seal and put it back on. And then I'm going to take 2 paper towels and I'm going to go get one corner of it wet. So now I just have one corner of the paper towel wet. So I'm going to wipe off the seal. You just mainly trying to get large food particles, but when I come and dry it, I'm really looking for any fibrils that might have gotten caught up on it. So I just lightly dry it, kind of looking at it, making sure that there's no fibrils that might span across and create a vacuum leak. And then I just take the rest of the of it and I'm going to dry off my door. Usually, sometimes you'll see a ring around where your seal sat the time before. So that's where you really want to look and change your position of your eyes, your view, your perspective of it on that door so you can make sure that it's all clean. And then we're going to go ahead and close it. I do have this nice little air pack that I use to lift up my freeze dryer. I got this at Harbor Freight, like $16. It's really nice. You can just slide it in there. You can pump it up with your hand and it lifts up your freeze dryer, tilts it so that it properly drains during a defrost, and then you can just relieve the air and it goes and it sets the freeze dryer back down. And that's it. You're ready to go for your next batch. You can go ahead. Everything is level, everything is clean. So we're going to go ahead and hit start, and we're going to start for starting our next batch. That's it. Thank you.